Hello everyone, this is Priyesh Choudhary, a holistic therapist and a systemic coach. And today I've come to talk to you about a pattern that I have noticed in my clients and I've noticed it in myself as well. It's just like I feel sometimes if I talk about myself only. There was a time in my life when I felt that I'm not fearful of losing, I'm frightened to win. I'll say that line again. I'm not fearful of losing. I'm frightened to win. I post a 5 minute video and I expect to get 100 reactions in less than 2 minutes. Otherwise, I'll get, I'll reject myself. I, I get a dream promotion and I resign within 2 weeks of after getting that promotion. There are people who come to me who have married the love of their life and they fought the world to marry them, and after 2 years they want a divorce. And there is a pattern, and it is so obvious among so many people that I come across in my practice as a holistic therapist, and I've noticed it in my family members and my friends that that I get when I get to study about it, know about it, I felt like it needs to be shared with everyone. So what happened is when I look at my family lineage, my brothers, my father, his brothers, my grandfather, my great grandfather belonging to this country, and we have a very oppressive history wherein we all know we were colonized as Indians, and so they have led a very tough life. They've lived in abject poverty, like just working day in day out, people dying around them. There's so much trauma all around. And when I look at my life is very good. It's peaceful. I have money. I'm doing what I want to do in life. I'm not just working for the sake of working. I form meaningful relationships with people. But then I somehow find ways to sabotage it. And it was visible to me as a pattern. And then I came to know about this beautiful, beautiful field of epigenetics, which tells us that when someone faces trauma in their life, they're exposed to continuous trauma, it modifies their gene. There are chemical markers that get attached to your DNA and it changes your gene expression. There are actual molecular level changes happening in our body, biochemical changes, when we are exposed to trauma at chronic level for let's say 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And this modified gene is then transferred to the sperm cell and the egg cell to the forthcoming generation. And that is why when my father and mother have had a tough life, and my grandfather and my grandmother had a tough life, or even before that, when they have tough life, their gene expression gets modified, which is then passed on to the next generation and to the next generation, and unconsciously, out of this subconscious guilt and shame that I carry within myself of leading a happy and content life, it doesn't happen because I have this unfathomable guilt within me. And it is not logical. What I'm talking is not logical. You cannot solve it by intellect. This is something that is unconscious. It just happens. And this modified gene that is there in my cell, which has been transmitted by my grandfathers and my great grandfathers and my grandmothers and my mothers, and I find ways to sabotage things that work for me, and I don't know why. And I have this ever present guilt and shame. And it is when we change this narrative, when we become aware of this, and when we work upon this in a therapeutic setup, it is then when we release and we come out of these patterns, when we realize that my parents and my grandparents, they lived through me. So when I live a happy and content life, they also live inside of me because they live within me, in my cells, in my DNA. So this is something that I wanted to share today. Thank you.